It'd be wiser to wait, is my perspective.
Okay. Councillor Cook? Motion on the floor is to accept the recommendation, I believe. Any other comments on that? All in favor of that? Opposed? Carried. 8.14, report 123. Councillor Russell.
I'll make a motion that we declare the seat vacant.
Second.
Okay. Motion that the seat be declared vacant. Second by Councillor Scott. All in favor of that? Carried. Proper. 8:13.
14.
That's the motion with the recommendation. Okay, Councillor Russell.
I'll make a second motion, Mr. Mayor, that a letter be composed to Councillor Oman, passing on our best regards in her future endeavours, but thanking her particularly for the great work she did during her term as council. And I imagine we've got some great wordsmiths around here who can say the correct things, and it's quite obvious, you know, what we read in the paper and what we've seen of Ruth's endeavour, right, that she was. And I think, and I don't know how to deal with this part of it, Mr. Mayor, but at the end of our agenda, you have a motion, which I thought was kind of cute.
I'm going to pass the chair to the deputy and make that motion.
I think it's a wonderful motion, but anyway, I just said how we're going to deal with it, because it's wonderful. Can we deal with that now at the same time, not in this motion? Because I think that's a wonderful idea. Wonderful idea.
You need to have a
The
second.
motion
I've seconded John.
is seconded John's motion to send a thank you letter
Second motion.
Well, it has to be, can I just friendly amend that? Well, I didn't. Oh.
Okay, the motion is to send a letter. All in favor of that motion? Carried. Anything else dealing with this report? Would the clerk like to speak to it?
Certainly. Accepting the vacancy and declaring the seat vacant in the first step. Now there's two options for filling that vacancy. I've tried to outline them both. The first one is by appointment, and the second one is by election. And I just kind of give you a little bit of background information. We've had 4 vacancies. 3 have been filled by appointment. 1 was left vacant because it was later on in the term. So in each case, whoever council appoints or during the by-election, each person has to be an eligible elector, and the qualifications are listed there. For time frames, the appointment one is certainly a faster process, because basically you could appoint somebody on December the 3rd or December the 11th, depending how much notice you wanted to give for advertising. With the by-election, there are specific time periods, and you have to give certain times. The quickest day you could have the election would be February the 1st. The longest time you could wait would be February 25th. There's certain times for nomination periods, there's certain revision periods, there's certain 45 days after nomination period for election. So, and certainly there's more cost with the by-election, but then again, you do get the people in the ward, giving them the opportunity to select the person to represent them.
Given those dates, I don't know whether it's fair to leave it open that long. I'm going to move that we look at is it option 1, the appointment option.
Moved and seconded. Councillor Cook. Councillor Scott.
Just a couple of points. I'd like to do what Councillor Bonstill has said. Back when Councillor Russell and Councillor Cook were both brought in, it was by appointment. I think that's the way to go. I think that by changing something that we've more or less done as a past, as a precedent, is not something we should be changing, because every time we seem to change precedent, somehow it comes back to bite us. So I'm in favor of it. I believe that we should be looking at it in the same way that it's been done in the past, that people have the opportunity to come forward and speak at council and give their speech. And it also gives us time to put an advertisement in that, you know, Carol can accept resumes for a month or whatever it is that she does, and we go from there.
Okay. Dr. Cook?
Well, I guess I'm not gonna disagree with that, other than the fact that, fortunately or unfortunately, was acclaimed the last 3 elections, so they never had any election to work for. Just an opportunity for someone to actually voice their democratic opinion. You know, they could do it again in 2012, or in 2014, if, you know, if 2 people decide to run in that, which hasn't happened in the last few times, so this may be an opportunity for someone to actually mark a ballot, has never marked a ballot.
It didn't go for the council.
Didn't go for
They didn't
the
go to
council.
Dr. Monson?
Just to Councillor Cook's point, I guess people have had the opportunity 3 times to put their name on a ballot down there, so I don't think they've been denied the democratic process, and I don't think an appointment does deny the democratic process because they can put their name in for an appointment, so.
Councillor Russell?
In terms of the by-election option, I think, you know, Councillor Cook and I, of course, before the election, we were both appointed, and they used the methodology, and it seemed to be, well, as far as we were concerned, it was quite correct, right? There were others who might have differed on the end result, but we won't go there. But the simple fact of the matter is the election cost of it, is it prohibitive? What is your opinion on that?
We estimated about $5,000 by the time, and that would be sending a specific notice to each elector, and then for the advertising and for the notices and the ballots and the staff time.
And compared to a total election would be 1/5 to 1/10.
It was 36,000 last time.
Okay,
Yes,
it was 36,000 last time.
it was 36,000 for the 2010 election.
That's pretty good.
So that,
So 9 to 13.
the election wouldn't be a vote by mail election, we'd just have polls and
Just no scandals.
Yeah, well,
$5,000, $3,000, we're not paying a counselor for 3 months, so it's really a net cost of $2,000.
Good look at that.
Councillor Underwood?
yeah, you know, I'm a great believer in democracy and all the rest of it, and the way we did the other elections with the mailing vote and everything was great. Don't forget, Ward 4 has quite a few seasonal people there as well, and they will not have the option to do that. So I'm reluctant to get away from the way we've been doing it in the past, so I'm going to support that motion to appoint.
Okay. Any other comment?
If I could, just for clarification's sake, in the past, we asked each councillor, or candidate, I guess, to prepare to speak to council on those 3 questions that are in your agenda today. I didn't know if you wish to change those, or you want to follow the same process that we used to.
I think you're good.
Yeah, I'll put them in the motion.
Okay.
Should we tell people that even though you might answer them, they may not be the things that happen when you become a councillor?
They only get 1 vote.
You only get 1 vote.
All in favor of the motion? Opposed? Carried.
Mr. Mayor, on that, do we have to set dates now on that?
Yeah.
That would be good.
If you would like to, we can get the notice on we can get the notice on the website right away, and the application form, but for the newspapers, it'll be the 14th and the 21st and the 28th. So, you could have them at your December 3rd meeting or December 11th, whichever, or 19th, or 17th, whichever you choose.
I guess the question is, depending on the number of applications, if you had 9 people applying, you couldn't fit them into a meeting like this tonight, you'd be here till 4 in the morning.
Well,
You give them 5 minutes, but that's 45 minutes on top of, you know.
what we, excuse me, sorry to
Sure.
interrupt, but what we did last time was done before the council meeting.
Right.
The council meeting started, I think, at 4 or 5, depending on what time, how many applicants there were. And then, actually, the one time the councilor was sworn in right after the appointment.
Oh, okay.
And they came, so
You said it, didn't you?
Yes.
Would the 17th work